Velkommen indenfor her i vores helt nye studie i København på Gamle Kongevej. Vi sender fra noget, der hedder Lydens Hus, og i dag har vi faktisk en case på til jer, som hedder Sound Dimension, og som er med inden for lyd og lys. Det her det er jo Dansk Aktionærforening, som møder jer online. Vi gør det med noget, vi kalder Meet the Company, Meet the IPO, altså det vil sige, det er jeres mulighed derude for at møde de selskaber, som er aktuelle i tiden, og i det her tilfælde en børsnotering på Spotlight, som vi kommer nærmere ind på. Men det er altså Sound Dimension, det skal handle om i dag, og i studiet her sammen med mig, jamen, der har jeg både dig, Thomas Bergdahl, som er CEO for Sound Dimension, det kommer vi tilbage til lidt senere, og så har jeg Søren Jonas Bro fra Gemstone Capital. Og inden jeg går i gang, så går jeg lige tilbage til hovedkameraet, fordi at jeg godt lige vil fortælle jer, at det her er en præsentation, som selvfølgelig er selskabets. Jeg sidder her ikke, fordi jeg skal anbefale jer at tegne aktier. Jeg sidder her, fordi at jeg skal hjælpe jer med at blive klogere på sagen og på at få stillet jeres spørgsmål. Vi sender til jer både på Facebook Live og på YouTube, og også efterfølgende, så I kan se den her udsendelse, hvis ikke I lige ser med live. Skulle I have spørgsmål, så skriv dem i kommentarfeltet, så forsøger vi at svare dem efter bedste evne, eller sender dem videre til selskabet også bagefter. Så det er vores opgave at sikre jer adgang til at få stillet de spørgsmål, der skal til. Så det er ligesom indgangsbønnen herfra. Vi sender en lille times tid. Der er en præsentation af selskabet, og så er der så altså mulighed for, at I kan stille spørgsmål, og jeg har også selv mine spørgsmål med. Og så tilbage til jer, de her. Velkommen til.
Tak.
Søren, jeg har fået lov at låne dig til at komme med i studiet først.
Tak fordi du måtte komme.
Jo, tak. Og du sidder i Gemstone Capital, og du er finansiel rådgiver for selskabet her. Og hvis vi nu skal bruge udtrykket om min gamle mor, så hvis hun skal forklare os, hvad laver en finansiel rådgiver på sådan en børsnotering her, bare lige helt kort, så folk ved, hvad din rolle er.
Jamen, til din mor vil jeg sige, at vi hjælper først vores kunde, i det her tilfælde Sound Dimension, med at blive klar til at løbe en maraton. Så skaffer vi pengene til, at de kan løbe maratonen, og så hjælper vi med at gennemføre det bagefter.
Okay, jamen det vil sige, I er...
Det er jo godt at kunne forstå.
Ja, men altså, så er det Thomas, der skal løbe.
Ja, det er Thomas, der skal løbe.
Okay, godt. Jamen, så tag noget vand. Men Søren, grund til, at du sidder for normalt, så er det jo selskaberne, vi selvfølgelig fokuserer på at tale med. Det var, at du nævnte for mig, at det synes, det var interessant, at vi her har at gøre med ikke bare et svensk selskab med store ambitioner, men også en lidt anden type børsnotering end den, som vi er vant til at se på det danske marked. Kan du ikke lige sætte ord på, hvad er det, der gør den speciel?
Jeg kan det. Det er Sound Dimension er den første såkaldte mikrobørsnotering i Danmark, eller rettere sagt første, som bliver udbudt til danske investorer. Og det, som det betyder, det er, at det er et selskab, som er meget tidligt på den, og som derfor rummer ekstra stor risiko, men også fordi der er en meget lav værdisætning, så også ekstra stort potentiale. Og hvorfor det? Fordi rigtig mange af vores investorer, dem har vi mange af i vores netværk, det er ligesom blandt andet også mange af dine medlemmer, spørger til, hvorfor kan vi ikke komme med noget før? Hvorfor skal elevatoren have kørt helt op til 6. etage, inden vi kan komme ind? Så har nogle andre taget gevinsten. Så det der med at komme ind nogle skridt før i stueplan, i virksomheder, som er gået klar til en seriøs rejse osv., det er der mange, der efterspørger, og det er det, de her mikro-IPOs kan.
Og hvis vi så bare lige prøver at sætte ord på det i forhold til en værdiansættelse, som det hedder, altså det selskabet så er værd. Hvor meget er selskabet her værdiansat til? Altså
16 millioner kroner.
Okay. Og der kan jeg jo så sige til orientering, at der er de fleste selskaber, vi jo ellers plejer at se, ligger fra måske 50-60 millioner danske kroner, og nogle op til
100 plus, ikke?
Ja, 300-400 millioner kroner.
Ja. Så det ligger en faktor 3-4 stykker lavere, end det man ofte ser. Og det kan man sige, det er svenskerne, der ligesom har udviklet det segment. Der har lavet nogle af 40 noteringer af virksomheder, som endnu ikke har omsætning. Det har Sound Dimension heller ikke. Men som sagt, tidligt på den, og som så deklareres ærligt og på en gennemsigtig måde, og som så giver sig i kassen med rejsen derfra. Høj risiko, men ekstrem upside.
Ja, og det er jo selvfølgelig det, som også vores medlemmer og seere derude skal vide, at det her det er i den her sammenhæng det, vi kan kalde venture til folket. Altså det vil sige, at der er et selskab, som har høje ambitioner, og der er den risiko, som man også skal kende.
Det er lidt en lodseddel, og prissætningen svarer meget godt til, hvad en angel ville være villig til at betale for en virksomhed som den her.
Og så er der jo debatter rundt omkring i vores miljø om, at nogen siger, at selskaberne skal være mere modne for at blive børsnoteret, og endda i forhold til First North. Hvad siger du så til dem?
Jamen, jeg siger fuldstændig rigtigt. Hvis man gerne vil have en moden virksomhed, så skal man købe en moden virksomhed. Ja. Hvis det skal have 20 millioner i omsætning, og 20 medarbejdere, og 20 år på banen, og være involveret i 20 forskellige markeder, så fint for min skyld, det er bare et andet segment, og så kan du få lov at betale 200 millioner i værdisætning for det. Eller også kan du komme ind i en virksomhed, som kommer på børsen nogle niveauer tidligere, nogle etager tidligere, kan man sige, i det her tilfælde til 16 millioner kroner, og som så i virkeligheden har en fantastisk teknologi og en begrænset. Altså risikoen her er egentlig kommerciel. Kan de finde ud af at rulle det ud, som de vil, de har imellem hænderne, den her teknologi. Godt. Og det er jo spændende.
Det er det, vi skal sætte fokus på. Noteringen foregår på Spotlight i Stockholm, har jeg forstået. Ja. Og lige kort fortalt, kan du lige sætte ord på Spotlight. Det er en form for søsterbørs til First North, altså den har også vækstvirksomheder, svensk baseret. Hvordan tegner man aktier på Spotlight?
Altså Spotlight er jo fuldt ud lige så professionel som First North, ja. og næsten lige så populær også i Sverige i hvert fald. Ja. Men den er kendt for at tage imod virksomheder lidt tidligere end First North. Og måden det foregår på, set med et dansk perspektiv, det er, at man tegner via Nordnet. Det er helt standard for Nordnet at ekspedere kunder, uanset om de er danske eller svenske, når man vil tegne i en virksomhed som Sound Dimension. Så gå ind på Corporate Action der og find Sound Dimension.
Yes. Og så kan jeg så også sige, at der er både en virksomhedspræsentation og et lille resumé, eller der er en brochure, der ligger på Sound Dimensions hjemmeside, som jeg også vil anbefale, at I læser igennem derude. Så Søren, det tænker jeg er tak for dig. Vi to kan jo altid ses her i København, men Thomas er jo på besøg fra det svenske. Og Thomas Bergdahl, du er jo så chef, CEO for Sound Dimension, og jeg giver dig ordet lige om lidt, men vi har en film om Sound Dimension og jeres teknologi, jeres ambitioner. Vi har aftalt, at du tager præsentationen på engelsk, men spørgsmål derude kan godt skrives på dansk, og så bagefter tager vi en Q&A også på engelsk. Det har vi besluttet, at en del danskere de foretrækker engelsk frem for svensk, så du må ikke tage det ilde op. Men,
nej, men till viss mån förstår jag danska, men det är svårt att prata.
Ja, men så likewise, som vi kan sige på engelsk. Godt, men jeg tror bare, at vi giver adgang til den film her, og så når vi kommer tilbage, så har du ordet og kan give os en præsentation. Jeres spørgsmål kan så komme derude undervejs, og så tager vi en snak bagefter. Så lad os se filmen.
Welcome to Sound Dimension and a revolution in sound. Here at Sound Dimension, we have been developing cutting-edge and award-winning audio technology and sound products since 2013. And with our patented technology, Artificial Intelligence Fidelity, AiFi, we will create a new de facto standard that will revolutionize the world of sound. By connecting speakers, regardless of type, brand, or age, and not only making them play together, but making it sound better together. If you are like most people, you probably have a few sound devices at home, a soundbar, smartphone, smart speakers, and you can connect to each of them. But have you ever wondered why not all of them can connect together? We have, and we have solved it. AiFi makes the speaker smarter. Our algorithms can analyze the speaker and its connected partners. We can then tailor the sound to perfection, adapting each individual output.
And this is not some science fiction pie in the sky. We have already created and tested it. In 2017, we launched our CES award-winning speaker, SoundOdds. We received constant praise, not only from regular people, but also the professional industry. And the otherwise jaded industry press they couldn't stop raving about what they just heard. Revolutioning the sound industry, it won't happen overnight. But our strong team of sound experts from the technology side, artistic, and the market, of course, we are poised and ready to roll out our three-step strategy. Next year, in 2022, we will make the AiFi app available to everyone. The ability to create a choir of unique voices playing louder and better than you thought was possible is there, at no cost. Next, we'll go after the speakers and sound systems that you already have by introducing the Ifi Dongle. With the dongle, anything that can play sound can now take part of a large, loud, incredibly sounding choir. Each connected speaker playing at the best of its ability, calibrated to add itself to the greater sound. Finally, we'll embed the Ifi technology on new speakers on chip level, creating a de facto standard Ifi inside for audio connections, just like Spotify has done for music delivery, and Bluetooth for general connectivity today. And the market for this is huge.
The total market of Bluetooth and smart speakers are estimated to be 380 million units annually on a global level, and further projected to grow by another 60% to 2025. For us, this means a licensing and subscription opportunity in the range of hundreds of millions of US dollars. We will break even by 2024, and our goal by 2030 is to make sure that 20 to 30% of all new Bluetooth and smart speakers have Ifi inside. This is an opportunity to join a small pre-revenue company with a powerful and proven technology, a strong strategy, a massive opportunity, and a knowledgeable team with a limited technological risk. So join us and the sound revolution. Thank you. Welcome.
Let's start with a disclaimer as usual. I will present the company as well as I can and the possibilities to make a good investment. But as already discussed and presented by Søren, we are a pre-revenue company, and as I understand, one of the first micro companies to be investable in Denmark. We will not go into the risks in detail in the presentation, so I advise you to read the memorandum if you're interested to learn those better. So let's start. We divided this presentation into 4 parts. Why this is such a big thing, the problem that Ifi is the solution to, a strong team with a winning plan, and then the IPO offer. Many of us use streaming services, and you're happy with the picture quality most of the time. And that's not strange, because image quality has been improved immensely over the years. But what about sound? Not so much. It's not so good. And if you have several different speakers in your home, it is difficult to make them play together and get a good sound performance. And this has become a problem recognized by the industry. And where there is a problem, there is money to make. And we have the solution. The solution is AiFi, Artificial Intelligence Fidelity. Just the other week, the annual State of the Sound report from Qualcomm was published. And sound is a real and current consumer need. You can read there, amongst other things, that 70% of the surveyed people state that sound is important. People want better sound. It's time for a revolution in sound. If you're one of the sound geeks, maybe this is not for you. But if you, like the rest of us, are looking for a better sound experience at reasonable pricing, then AiFi is the solution. AiFi makes it possible to easily get better sound performance from the equipment you already have at home. We want all sound sources to have a voice. We want to democratize sound. Let's connect the dot. Imagine if all sound sources, regardless of type, brand, size or age, could intelligently connect together, each unit contributing to the best of their ability to give you a fantastic sound experience, all controlled by an app. That's AiFi, Artificial Intelligence Fidelity. It's a proven and patented technology, soon to be found in a speaker near you, because we are now making our award-winning technology available to all. The company started the development back in 2014, and spent the first years developing and fine-tuning the technology before exhibiting at CES in 2017. CES is the largest consumer show in the world. And there we were rewarded by the High Performance Home Audio Prize. Technically, it was a success, but the company severely underestimated the challenge, being an unknown brand in a highly competitive market. So in 2019, the board decided to change strategy, moving from a hardware company to a software company, out-licensing the AiFi technology. The picture we see is called the Beast. It's 66 speakers intelligently connected together, playing pristine sound and extremely high volume, and still very enjoyable. Many brands showed an interest in licensing our technology already then. And what we are doing now is getting the software we have in our speakers and put it into other units playing sound. We're preparing this right now, and it is going well. First step is to get it out into mobile phones. Second is to get it out in speakers already available. Finally, is to be part of all units playing sound in your home. AiFi Inside will guarantee the units can participate in the choir. I would have loved to be able to demo this fantastic sound performance, but it's not possible over the net. But since many others have enjoyed it, and industry press especially, let's see what they have to say. Don't take our word for it. If you're into sound, maybe you've already read these magazines or browse their sites. But in short, it is a tremendous response we have from a normally jaded press. But even better is that we have proven that our licensing model works. Anchor Innovation was looking for the best sound possible when developing the world's first 4K projector. And they choose us together with Dolby to make that happen. You might wonder how our technology is protected. Our secret source is secure in a compiled code library. Then we have AI and algorithms for the performance. And more importantly, we have very high knowledge of both audio and AI within the company. And around this, we have patents that protects the inner technology with its walls. We have patents granted in our most important markets to come, the US, China and Japan, and more pending. And we have new patent applications and more to come. But technology is not all. We need people as well. I have a fantastic board. I have Ulf Lindsten, who joined about a month ago. He has got long experience from listed companies, but also from the music industry. Got Björn Walter, who's an e-commerce guru. Maria Mörner, expert in film and entertainment industry. Martin Sjöstrand, both expert in streaming and telecom, but not, and last but not least, Victor Isaksson. He's been the chairman of the board basically since start up until very recently. He knows the company outside in and is an expert in marketing. We also have a very strong management team. I can tell you shortly about myself. Before I joined Sound Dimension about 1.5 years ago, I was deputy CEO of Doro AB for 17 years. I started up Doro's ventures for the elderly, easy-to-use senior mobile phones, where we created a niche that didn't exist and grow sales from 0 to 1.5 billion Swedish krona in less than 10 years. Very profitable as well. And I also know a lot about licensing. We got Robert Thorén as our CFO. He's a black belt taking companies through an IPO process. Especially we have Fredrik Gunnarsson, our CTO, founder, but also the sound wizard. With his magic, he can take any device playing audio and making it sound better than the original. And together with the development team, they have created the unique AiFi technology. We also have a very active advisory board consisting of Andreas Skärmhem, well known within digital marketing in Sweden. We have Björn Rennemo Henriksson, who knows everything about introducing sound technology on the global market and is currently with DB Audio Technique in Germany. And we also got Paul Søberg from one of the famous brands in Denmark, the B&O. And he's been heading B&O and he's been introducing innovative technology. So, with this technology, the powerful team, we are very well equipped to take the company to the next level and the challenge of creating a new de facto standard for sound. It used to be hi-fi, it's time for AiFi. We come with something new. We come with hassle-free cross-device connections and sound performance optimized through AI. With AiFi, we want to create the new standard in sound, just like Bluetooth did for connectivity. We have a clear three-step strategy to do this. First is the app. It will come in 2022. It's freemium version with free downloads to demonstrate the power of AiFi and to drive the word and spread the word. It's there to create a solid user base, laying the foundation for a full premium marketing. Step 2 is the dongle to be launched in 2023. Now, every speaker can join the choir. Just plug in the dongles in the speakers, let the app connect them, and off you go. It's a simple and green solution. Step 3, AiFi Inside, will come in 2024. Our technology on a chip, which means speakers are then born with AiFi inside. So, what are our goals? We want to make AiFi app the #1 sound app. We're aiming for 2 to 3 million downloads in 2025. We will launch a premium version for 45 krona per month and user, but not until we have a big enough user base. So look at this as a sound as a service opportunity. With the new AiFi Inside, we have a goal for 2030 to see 20 to 30% of all Bluetooth speakers and smart speakers shipping with AiFi Inside. It's an enormous market. It's estimated to be around 380 million units for 2021 and projected a strong growth towards 2025 with another 60%. All in all, this converts into a subscription and licensing opportunity, which is measured in hundreds of millions of US dollars. The app fits like a glove into an already existing market. And we come with something better, something that people really want, better sound. Our biggest competitor is AmpMe. They have more than 20 million downloads, but with quite a steep price, we think. We differ from our competitors by focusing on the sound quality. Not just playing together, but playing better together. It is a big market. Have a look at this picture. Maybe you have speakers from one of these brands. Maybe you have several speakers from several brands. Anyway, already now you can make use of the dongle. But more importantly, this shows our target customers for AiFi inside. Our technology in their products, that's our ultimate goal. A very short recap. The app in 2022, the dongle in 2023, and AiFi inside coming up in 2024. It's an ambitious but doable plan. If you already are following us, maybe you saw the press release the other day. We now have a working prototype on iOS. And the next natural step is to do the user interface, the UI, the UX. And that's where we are right now. And this is just a view of one of the concepts we're looking at. So, we are under listing at Spotlight Market. We aim to raise 50 million SEK before cost. That will take us through the first 12 months. And we will be able to finalize the app and come a wide way on the dongle. So the funds will mainly be used for OPEX, R&D, and IP. And given that the proceeds from the warrants will be in the same range, it will fund us until 2024, when we will break even. I'm confident in being able to announce positive news the coming next 12 to 18 months, not only within product and technology, but also commercially. The offer in short, it's 750 Swedish krona per unit. A unit consists of 1 share and 1 warrant. The warrant will mature 12 months after the introduction and will have a 30% discount at the market price. The size of the offer is 15 million. The size of the offer is 50 million SEK. The pre-evaluation is 22 million SEK. And the subscription period is ongoing right now and will end on Monday night 2021, on September 30, sorry. So this is an opportunity to invest in a small, pre-revenue company with a powerful and proven technology, a strong strategy, a huge opportunity, and a unique team. Thank you.
Thank you. So, thank you, Thomas. And I think we're just here, and with these cameras, the two of us, and with the questions coming in as well. I have some questions already, and first of all, I mean, interesting. I like music, so that's interesting for me.
Yes.
And at least my son always complains that the sound quality is not good enough. Maybe I'm a little bit more sort of.
But he's probably right.
He is probably right, and he can maybe hear a little bit more than I can, but still, no. There is of course a huge market out there, and you also showed us that. Can you just explain the AiFi, the artificial intelligence, I guess, the AiFi? I mean, what is it? If you have to explain that to me or my mom, as I said. So what is it that you do technically?
Technically, we cannot tell because it's a trade secret.
Okay.
But actually, what it does, it's making the speaker smarter. Mm-hmm. So it becomes aware of itself, but also its surrounding.
Okay. Okay.
And given that, our AI algorithms can tune the best of each and every one to optimize the sound.
Okay. So normally we have a saying that don't tell it, show it. But here actually I would have loved to say it as you would, don't tell it, hear it. Yeah. But that is what people should do.
Michael, you can do that afterwards. I have 8 speakers with me.
Okay, but let's
but it's not doable over the net.
No. Okay. Okay. But if we then continue to look a little bit on the history, you joined the company 2 years ago, or
About 1.5 year ago. Yeah.
1.5 year ago. The company started out with a hardware focus, but now has turned into what we can call software focus.
Yes.
What is the reasons for that? I mean, you said that some of it in the presentation, but maybe if you can put some words on it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a much bigger market, a much more scalable market. And since we know our technology is proven, it's patented and unique, and we know that the market is looking for a solution that easily ensures a better listening experience, we really feel that our technology is spot on. But we want to license the technology, not manufacture speakers.
But that also, I mean, it was quite the diagram of all the loudspeakers. I guess that is also a question of, or it is a question of the value chain, like where you are in the value chain.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of people manufacturing loudspeakers.
Absolutely. And what we want to do is actually go as far back in the value chain as we can. Optimally, we would like to be in the IP libraries that the chip manufacturer use when they manufacture the chip. They just take down, like the codecs, they take down the AiFi and then they make the chip. So we will be with the chip manufacturers when they sell. It will be an added value. So we don't have to run to each and every one.
Okay.
But that's why it's so important to get the app out, because we really want to get a pull strategy out of this. People want to say, hey, I want to have an AiFi speaker to add on. That's my aim.
So that's the good.
Having the technology in the chip, but making the deals with the brands.
Okay. What about partnerships then, or are you already testing with partners, or how do you go along?
No, we want to have the app in a good format before we approach, but the app first will naturally be sold in App Store and Play Store. But we're also looking at the possibility to approach the telecoms.
Okay.
So they can bundle the application with their services. And maybe also one of the streaming services that can have this as add-on. But in order to do that, we also need to have the premium features very well set.
So just to understand, if I get the app, what can I then do when the app is actually out there
For starters, you can enjoy better listening from several of your smartphones and tablets. That's the first step.
Okay. Okay.
So basically, you could if you stack them, you will get sort of the same experience as when you stack our speakers.
Okay.
You get them like a choir.
Yeah. So it works with like the music or the offerings that I already have on my phone, or
that is the idea. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And when are you planning? You're wanting to launch this in 2022? Is it the late 22, or when?
Yes, for full launch it will be at the late. What we're doing, we want to do this in a good way. So early in 22, we will start. Would you say like a beta testing with a limited number of people, and then from that we will learn, and then we will go into a longer extensive like 2 months of soft launch, where we really want to have an interaction with the people so that we get this right. And then when we get the proceeds from the warrants, we will also get some more money to push the button more on the marketing and launch.
If we just take that as a thing about the warrants, just can you explain to me? People are now going with you, and they invest money, and then they get a warrant.
Yes.
For like you plan to take that warrant within a year or a year and a half to.
No, it's 12 months after introduction.
Yeah.
It will mature, and then you will have the Black-Scholes formula and everything, and then you will have a 30% discount on that. So you're always in the money.
Yeah. So that's also that's part of your offer on to the market.
So it's one unit for 750 SEK.
Yeah.
One share, one warrant.
What about the revenue streams, the business model, so to speak? What are your plans on making money? Because it's a huge market. It's a very technology driven. There are many parties out there. What would be your business model?
First, I mean, we will not make much money in the beginning. I mean, we are a pre-revenue company.
Of course. Yeah.
But we have already licensing deal on the sound technology part of AiFi with Anchor Innovation. We have one projector up and running, and we're working on 2 more, which will be launched during the autumn. But the revenue streams will start when we start selling the dongle, because we will not sort of buy dongles, ship dongles, sell dongles. We will get a license fee for each dongle sold, and then we will help sell the dongles.
And the dongle, just for me to know, that's the item that I put in my home, or
it's just like like Chromecast did
exactly.
in the beginning. Yes.
Okay. And you need that on top of in the second generation, as you explained. That would be the next thing. First,
to retrofit all your existing sound equipment. Yes. But the real deal will be with AiFi inside.
Okay. Is it patented, the whole thing, or how can you patent?
No, we have chosen not to patent all. I mean, we have patented part of how it's being used, but not what it is actually doing.
Okay.
Because that's the secret source that's in the compiled code library.
And just for me to understand, that's the intelligence, so to speak, the intelligence of how to work the devices up until
that's a little bit on top. That's the AI, the intelligence. Yes.
Okay. So you are in a huge market, but how come you chose this way? Is it because that there are so many, competitors on the loudspeaker market, or is it because that you feel that your strength of the team is in that part of the?
No, I mean we have the history where back in 2017, when the company decided, hey, we got some of the world's best speakers. I mean, you put these together, you almost get a studio monitor out of it. Yeah. But they didn't sell because they didn't reach the market. It was an unknown brand and way too much marketing money to get it flying. So the board decided 2019 to change strategy, move from hardware to licensing software.
Okay, and then I have a question here also. Is the technology risks? How would you put that risk around the company? Is there still any technology risk? Søren said that it was more like a go-to-market risk.
We see it more as a commercial risk, a go-to-market risk, because we have a proven technology.
Okay. But then again, it's a huge market, and there's many ways out there.
Absolutely.
And also in that sense, we all know that it's not always the best technology that will win, but the best people, and maybe the best, most flexible. What are your own views on the company, and with your experiences after 1.5 years? What have you learned, and what are you using these lessons?
We had a very good strategy when I joined, but with Corona, it didn't materialize. So we had to sit down, and it was a good thing because we changed how we actually will do it. So I think we have a very solid, simple, easy explained strategy: what to do, when to do it, how to do it.
But what happened exactly? You were selling the loudspeakers, and then finding out that that's tough business, and then stepping back, and we used a lot of 2020 actually to revise the strategy. And now it's been, how is it proven until now that the technology works? Have you made some tests out there? Have you made?
Yes, we have working prototypes today on iOS.
Okay, and where are they working? Can I go and get an iOS? Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, but that's been working in the university environments, or where?
No, in our environment.
Okay. Where you suited today? Are you all suited in Sweden, or where's your?
No, actually, we're based in Karlstad.
Yeah, Karlstad. Yeah. Okay. With
the team, yes.
Okay. So if we as investors go into a company like this, what would be, as you see it, the journey? Because you said there were many news coming up for the next year. But isn't it true that raising these money, it takes time for you to go back to the office to execute? What would be the things that you would actually focus on for the next 3 to 6 months, just to learn where you are at this stage?
That is the application, the app on iOS. I mean, now we've got a prototype. Now we're going to do the user interface.
Okay.
And then to really get that good, so we can start the pre-launch early 2022.
So it's developing
It's
and
developing,
finishing
yes.
finishing the app.
And a lot of things we do with the app, we are reusing in the dongle as far as the software.
Okay, and that's actually re-engineering over to the
Yes.
to the app. So have you ever considered being a venture company in many ways? Have you ever considered the traditional crowdfunding? Was that ever considered with you, like going out, selling a prototype for money instead?
Not since I joined. No.
Okay. And that's why. That's because you know something about going out with the licensing model,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
And what
that's the reason I joined. I mean,
Yeah.
it was that they abandoned trying to make products. I mean, it's a huge operation. You need to move boxes into retail.
Okay.
You have to be lean and mean on the logistics sides, and you have to deal with a lot of customers.
Yeah. So that's actually, as you see it, and a positive thing, not being on the product, but being on the software side.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's much scalable. If you do a product, you do one model, or you do one range, and then you have to do the other one. If you on the other hand have the technology on the chip, the chips goes into many products.
Yeah. And when does the technology goes to the chip? Is that in phase 3, as you said?
Yes.
And in that sense, do you reckon that the future of this company would be many employees out around the world, or not as many employees, and then a technology sale instead of one day 10 years ahead somebody is acquiring the company, or what is the?
I mean, we want to prove that we're right, of course. We want to make value for the shareholders.
Yeah.
We have a strong belief in what we do. We think we have a very cool technology, and we really want to make it fly. And
before we go into like the opportunities and risk, which I always like to sort of put focus on, how do you see the future status and the future for the company, the next 12 months? What is the plan? Are you having more employees coming in? Are you actually investing the monies, as you said, in the?
No, I mean not as employees. We're very good at the core technology, and that's where we're going to stay focused. We are actually, and I did that a lot in Dora. We're taking in and using houses that are really good at app development. So that's the way we're outsourcing the app development, but we're keeping the secret sauce internally. So we're not going to employ a lot of people. We're actually going to be quite scalable, both up and down.
And that's again the flexible business model.
Yes.
That you actually support and.
I support, and I used it for years with Dora.
Okay. And if we then sort of also look at the risk and opportunities, as I said to the viewers, read the business presentation, visit also of course visit your homepage where you can actually can look at the things, and also write you a message if you have questions. But put some words from your perspective on what opportunities and risks that we have to look into as investors.
I mean, the opportunities are immense. I mean, we're looking at a possibility of hundreds of millions of dollars if we succeed. Because it's a licensing model. We will take a fee from each unit shipped. The risk, of course, there are always risk. I mean, we know this works. We have to make it work also on another platform. But then the closer again we come to the silicon, the easier again it will be for us. So I still see, I mean, it's more of a commercial risk than a technological risk. That we don't get the traction we need to get the pull effect.
So that will, in that sense, the toughest journey is I mean, it will be the toughest journey, the 12 months, the 24 months, and then as soon as you sort of get traction, it will be much easier, which is, I mean, quite normal for a venture company, which I think is, that makes sense. So just to be precise also here about me as a consumer, you plan for me as a consumer to take this app down in the beginning of next year, or in...
You will probably, if you're not signing up for the soft launch, which you probably won't because it will be in Sweden, then you will start seeing this after summer next year.
Okay. So and you will visit us again here in Denmark for news and for presentations.
I would really love to, Michael.
Yeah. Okay.
Really,
because that's of course also something that we appreciate in the sense that we like, the merger of the Scandinavian, the Danish and Swedish market, and also therefore we welcome that you actually take the time to come here and also present the case. So. In the end here, I would like you just maybe for you to put some words maybe to the investors on, how you see the journey for the next 2 years and why they should actually consider to invest in Sound Dimension.
I think it's I mean, if you like sound, if you like an opportunity, and you have some risk willingness. I think this is an excellent opportunity, and also think it's, I mean, it's the first microcap possibility for Danish people to join. So, I mean, it's up to you to decide. So I said, read at least the teaser, read the memorandums. I think it's good. It's telling you really what you need to know. Of course, I mean, there are risks, but the awards are very great.
And it's investing into the music industry or to the sound industry in that sense. And it's 11 million Danish kroners, 15 million Swedish kroners to be raised now. And it's as I hear it, it was Monday by midnight and at Nordnet here in Denmark.
Yeah, Nordnet.
And as I said, also that any questions, feel free to visit the company website with you.
Absolutely.
And you will of course get back. So, Thomas, thank you so much, and I would, look forward to hearing. Don't tell it, hear it, as we say, because of course
hearing is believing.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. So it was very interesting to hear about the company and the global perspectives of your journey, and thank you so much for taking your time here.
Well, thanks for coming, making 2 premieres in one. Your studio and the microcap.
Exactly. So with those words, I would go back in Danish og sige til alle jer, der sidder derude, at tusind tak, fordi at I så med. Og som sagt, spørgsmål, som også falder efter det her program, jamen de kan sendes inde på selskabets hjemmeside Sound Dimension, hvor I også kan finde prospektet, og der er frist for at tegne. Overvejer, om man ønsker at tegne til mandag, på mandag den 13. Så disse var ordene, og jeg siger på dansk tak til Thomas. Det forstår han. Han har sagt, at vi kunne godt have taget det på dansk eller svensk, men det gjorde vi ikke. Vi tog det på engelsk, og tusind tak for jeres tid, og have en god aften og en god dag derude alle sammen.